Max is filled with super helpful information. You know what? I could have gone a whole life without knowing that information, and my life would have been less spectacular than it is right now.
I'm here to help. The most spectacular ways, that's what we
Spectacular.
do. Spectacular, yeah. I'm still waking up, yeah.
Me too. I'll be awake here in the next 30 to 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Well, how are we doing this morning?
Good.
Doing well. Doing good.
Spectacular.
Okay. We're gonna rock into it. We got a 17-minute phone call to listen to. We're gonna speed it up a little bit so you guys can get to the nuts and bolts of hearing things, but
Cut out the first bit about the fridge. Who cares
So-
about that?
start about 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Wait, is this the problem child, you?
Based on the page was 800 from Think Fast.
Yeah. All right. Win celebration.
I officially hit over 200,000 views because I've been cross-posting to different groups on Facebook.
There you go. Way to go, Miss Erin.
And I got another buyer.
Yeah, you did.
I have 3 new ads and 2 new contracts.
2 new contracts?
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
A friend of mine wants to sell their house and buy a new build.
That's awesome.
I've started getting phone calls on my new listing. So that makes me happy.
You
Heck
do.
yeah.
Heck
Heck
yeah.
yeah.
It's not even the weekend yet.
I've been seeing all your stuff online, Fabi. It's like popping up a lot more.
Thank you. Thank you.
Awesome.
Repost it.
Repost.
Yeah, I know. I need to.
I'm getting a lot of hate for my online post, which is fantastic.
For which one?
The price of gas yesterday.
Oh.
People didn't like that?
I got a lot of people in my comments being like, don't you understand how economics works? It's not about war. It's that they're shutting down the Strait of Hormuz. Well, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Dude,
Oh, it's because they killed the Iranian president.
this has nothing to do with politics. It's only because I know that you guys will start interacting with my posts because later today I need to post a real estate thing. That's
Yep.
not exciting. So I have to get you guys baited in, get Facebook, be like, oh, he's super exciting, and then post something boring. So,
Yep.
guys,
There's always a plan.
this is a game. People, I'm
Mhm.
not dumb. I know why the gas prices are up. My post was, why is it so expensive? When you click see more, didn't we just take over 2 massive oil producers? And then in there, I've got like illegally and war, and I'm like, say it isn't so.
I will not go.
California's
No.
rolling their eyes. They're like, whatever.
Hey, you're all, that's a discount. $4.
Yeah.
California's probably like, gas is so cheap right now.
I just want you guys to realize
Literally.
you can troll people in your comments to get more engagement.
Hashtag Aaron. Aaron's like, yes, you can.
Yeah.
I just got accepted to that Feral Moms thing yesterday.
This took long
I don't
enough.
know if they had to go like verify me. There's probably a picture of me with like a niece or nephew, and they're like, okay, she's good. We thought it was just dogs.
Yeah.
It's funny because that girl trolled me, but then other people on there were like, you do realize this is a feral, like you need to be able to take
Yeah.
it.
Do you guys know that there's summer blends for fuel?
Yeah.
No.
Summer blends.
Summer blends.
What's the
Summer what?
summer
Phew.
blends?
That was one of the comments. Is part of it is switching to summer blend as well. Cost went up for Circle K. This is Aaron. He's a manager for QT. We follow their price jumps most of the time, and because we sell way more as a whole, we're making some good money right now. And of course, all the oil companies are freaking out. My bonus is about to be nice next month. I'm all, a fucking summer blend. What? Coffee had a summer blend, but here's just
Is that like pumpkin spice? Like what
exactly
the
Yeah.
right. Some cinnamon in it. But here's the thing, guys. When you post something online, you can post something that's neutral, and then the comments can go one way or another. Don't be emotionally tied to the response. They're not attacking you.
Yeah.
Someone
They
sent
are.
me an article on what happens to gas prices during war, like trying to educate me. I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I was at a gas station. I hadn't posted anything yesterday, so I'm like, you know what? It's a really good idea. I'm gonna take a picture of this green diesel sign.
I posted a picture of my open house flyers because I was like, everyone throws them away. So I was like, let me post it on Facebook and see. And I was like, agents would love to, they'll let's see what they say. And people started to like, you know, give me advice on my flyer. And I could have taken it some type of way, but I didn't.
You want to know? You want to know my favorite comment on both those posts? Because with Instagram and Facebook,
Which one?
someone commented on the gas post. They're like, "Your Porsche is diesel."
Because of that one picture you posted that was like your friends or whatever.
It's Steve Lemons.
My future car.
Yeah, it's Steve Lemons' car. Like it was
That's
in his
funny.
park. He never drives it. And one day I stopped by his office, and he's like, "My truck's in the shop, so I didn't bring my."
He never drives it. Tell him to sell it to
I
me.
know.
Oh,
That is like,
it's his
well,
dream car. He'll
Oh.
drive it sparingly, but it's one of those like he saved up for the last 10 years to buy one. For someone who makes good money and he does not spend it, he wrestled with buying it. So that's why it's kind of a joke why I posted it. But today isn't about social media. Today is about phone calls and situations and talking about things, right? Any other wins, celebrations? We're going to jump into this. Okay. What I want you to listen for is this is a conversation between two agents. I want you to listen to tonality, word choice, inflection, if it escalates, or if someone's trying to be truthful or not. Okay, you ready? Share sound.
Yeah, they do. Some of them are even more expensive.
Yeah, we're gonna speed it up a little bit.
Inch, like 30-inch.
And 9.
What's the square footage on it?
Just over 1,700.
Yeah, okay. And is it updated and everything, or?
Some things are. It's not been totally renovated inside like some others around that area. There's one that was just one up, I think, right after ours that's already under contract at 415, I think, 420, that was completely renovated inside.
Really, 420 with the same square footage?
Yes, I think. I mean, within 100 square feet or so, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't have it in front of me, so I don't remember totally.
I think that people are kind of looking in that price range for properties that are kind of really completely redone, where they don't have to do anything.
Yeah, there's a couple in there. I mean, ours is, it's move-in ready. It's not, if somebody wanted a different style or they wanted to expand.
Okay, we're just a couple seconds into the call. Can we hear, how is the tonality? How's the relationship?
I feel like it's friendly.
Very. Do we feel like they're working together?
Feel like they're talking really fast.
Well, I've got it sped up.
I'm just messing with you, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't sound like she's like, not answering her questions or not maybe agreeing with her.
So be non-combative, right?
Yeah, not combative.
It's a good way to be. When we're working with another agent, it's super important that we have a collaborative energy, right? Working together, mesh, harmony, right? Let's continue.
Not only that, she's providing value, providing
Something.
information. This agent probably should have done a little homework first, but
Yeah.
Christina is being a consummate professional and kind of helping them out.
We don't know
Well,
if it's
that's
Christina-
not the house that we're under contract on. She started talking about a totally different one.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Something or whatever, then they could. But, yeah. But there's others that they've gone way, all the way.
What are the cross streets on their property?
They're on Banff.
They're on what?
They're on Banff, Banff. Can we finish the chat about this house though, real quick, Lorraine?
Yeah.
Okay, love that, right? Did you hear the reframe?
Yeah.
What was it?
It's like, hey, let's pay attention.
Can we get back on topic?
I don't
Now,
care
I'll
about
tell
the
you-
client's cats. Let's go.
Yeah. 4 minutes of this phone call completely lost because someone was off topic. Great job on keeping on topic.
So I don't get sidetracked, because I've got to get on with some other stuff here.
Question, ask them if they're okay with the different design of the fridge.
I'll find that out. Yeah. And then as far as the other items, did you get any? I haven't seen any indicator that Ricky signed off on the termite treatment or the sewer stuff. Do you know if he did?
Well, he did. You never got it?
No. Let me go back and look.
Okay, he said he signed off on the sewer, and the termite, he was going to scan that and send that today. I thought he did that this morning. And then I have the contractor going out tomorrow to do those termite poles. So they prefer to do it with nobody there,
Okay, and who's doing that? Is it just a handyman or?
Well, he's a licensed contractor. He's the guy that all of my projects, but he is freeing up time tomorrow. I says just go and do it, and I'll get him to take photos of as he moves along, before or after, that kind of thing.
Okay. So what we need, so basically we can't do an escrow holdback, so we're going to have to move the close date back if those guys can't do the other work until the 9th.
Oh, you can't do that?
Nope, the lender will not permit it.
Oh, really?
Well, so I'll just shoot you straight, Lorraine. So I know you guys are getting creative with how you're profiting off of the seller side, and it doesn't matter to me how that works. My concern is I need to know specific information on what licensed vendors, if they're permitted, who's doing the work to the specificity that we've indicated in the VINSR. And as of now, I still don't have that information. I know you guys have contractors and people that you use, and that's fine, so as long as they are licensed, but I need to have that information.
Okay, backstory. There's a VINSR that has very specific language on it, right? The seller to replace a 14.8 SEER 2 system or better by a licensed HVAC contractor. Christina, the agent, has been asking for days to get who's installing it, what are they installing, are they licensed, all of this stuff. So this is the phone call that's coming to a head. What's the tone shift?
Very direct. She took control of it.
Right? Is the other agent now responsive, reactive, or avoiding?
Avoiding.
Avoided.
Why do you think that is?
Because they're not doing the things that they were asked to do properly.
Okay. Do we know that?
No, but you can only assume.
But here's the thing, right? Perception is reality. Now, as a buyer or a seller, whatever side you're on, if the agent you're working on is avoiding direct questions, does that make you feel confident in the process?
Oh, dang.
No. So does it matter how we're talking to the other agents? Because it's going to get back to the buyers and sellers.
Yes.
It is okay to be direct. It is okay to answer questions. If you don't know, what do you say?
I don't know.
I'll get back to you.
Let me get back to you. All right, let's continue.
Okay. My concern is that, doing the work prior to closing, what if these folks don't close? And then the seller's left holding the bag with all of that work. So that's
and our concern is what if you guys don't do the work? So I understand the risk on both sides. The long and short of it is whether it's us or it's another buyer, you're going to be facing a lot of these same concerns. These guys are good to go. They're desiring to move forward, but we are getting nervous now at this point that we don't have a single name of a contractor. We don't have an authorization for work. We don't have anything that shows this is going to be done appropriately.
Well, I mean, I can get that to you.
That's what I've been asking for. And I'll send this email requesting that. But at this point, I don't have any information on the solar system. I don't have any information on what vendors are completing this and if they're licensed and if they've pulled permits to do this work.
Okay. And so what do you mean you don't need a permit to replace a pole?
You need a permit for an HVAC replacement.
Yeah, I know, but you're going all over the place here. Okay. I'm just not sure that the seller wants to, put in, 8,000 into a HVAC system when
they agreed to it though.
He's not sure that they're going to close. I mean,
well, you are sure that we're going to close. We've given you every indicator that we're solid on this side, and we have a signed VINSR. So at this point, he's already agreed to do these 3 days prior to closing. So that's not the question that we have at this point. He's already committed to doing it within the timeline. What I'm asking you now is, can you just get me the information on who's going to be
Okay. In that situation, who has a better knowledge of the contract?
Christina.
Yep,
Is it helping her in the conversation?
definitely.
She signed it. Your client signed it.
Is this about emotions or feelings or desire for the other person? Like, I don't like her, she doesn't like me. No. Or is this about black and white contracts?
Black and white
Black and
contract.
white contract. It's all facts.
All facts, right? I want you guys to remember this. And sometimes you've had a conversation or call me about something, and we go, what's on the contract? What's in writing? Because that's what matters. At the end of everything, what matters is what's provable. And what's provable is in writing. How is Christina handling the situation? Now we know it's Christina. We're just going to let the cat out of the bag.
I think she's just sticking to she's sticking to the contract and not letting even though the seller, the listing agent sounds like she got flustered and wants to give her a reason why. It's like, oh, well, we don't know if you're going to close. We've given you every indication that we are. That's not the question on hand. Like, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the BINSR that your client signed.
Yeah, we're talking about the repair request that your client agreed to and the level of what work to be done agreed to, the scope of work. It's not a muted thing. It's not gray. And if you guys see this BINSR, it is 100% black and white. Seller to install a 14.8 SEER 2 or higher efficiency mini split coil system and internal furnace, blah, 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 blah. It's like a paragraph. It's a very well-written BINSR, and I'm very proud of her for that because of this situation. She gets to go back and say, hey, you guys agreed to this. Now, wait. Oh, Shaisa.
Authorized to do, because you've got your committed to doing it within the timeline. What I'm asking you now is, can you just get me the information on who's going to be completing it?
Okay, but you're talking about two separate things. I can get you the information, but then what you're saying is they want it done prior to closing.
That's per the BINSR, correct? Yes.
Per the contract, actually.
Okay, and is Paul Volpe saying that he's not comfortable with doing a holdback? I mean,
he's saying that they are not authorized to do, because you've got yourselves as a third-party general contractor. So if we do an escrow holdback, he would pay it directly to the licensed vendor that's installing the equipment. He wouldn't pay it to you guys. So if you want to do the third-party general contractor and sub it out, it's going to have to get done before closing because no lender is going to approve payment to a non-HVAC, licensed third party after the fact.
All right. Okay. So you need okay. Let me call Paul and just, figure out how to do that then.
How to do
because
what?
I know these folks want to get it moved in.
No, we're going to move it back. You said they can't get the work done until the 9th. Is that right? Of March.
Yes.
So we will have to move the close date back. They will not be moving in until the work is completed, and we have a signed BINSR to support that. That's why I've been on it, Lorraine, and trying to get us moving along and finding out who's doing it, when are they doing it. Like, let's get it done. Everyone's already agreed to everything. I don't understand the delays.
Well, I mean, that's where they were available. So,
and that's fine. We can move the close back to the 12th or something like that, or however long. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to take them to get it done properly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Let me put that together. And it gets complicated because I have the installers installing the equipment, but the way we were able to get the price down was because we can purchase the equipment from a wholesaler. And I mean, we were able to get it from, the other thing is, the seller did not have to provide a new HVAC system.
No, absolutely not.
So, I mean, I don't think that it should be us to disclose where we're getting the wholesale equipment from, so, I mean, this gets complicated.
Lorraine, I'm sorry, but I'm just not tracking. We pre-negotiated, everybody agreed. It was signed off on the BINSR, and in the BINSR, we indicated that it's going to be replaced with a minimum standard, SEER system or higher as appropriate by a licensed HVAC contractor under a City of Tucson trade permit.
Okay.
So, and now I don't know. If you're saying that you've got licensed folks are doing it, that's great. Wonderful.
Yeah. If it wasn't written so well in the BINSR, would she have grounds to stand on?
No.
Probably not.
No, right? That's why it's super important that and both sides of the contract, and this goes for California too, is You have to write it with the intentionality of fighting it. Right? Seller shall have licensed HVAC installer install this type of unit, this type of system, this type of efficiency, this type of everything. The picture is black and white. It's super clear. Without that, they go, well, we're going to put in whatever we want. No, this is why I was really excited Christina shared this call with me. Is I was like, this is a great example of we can share how we protect our clients. We all want kumbaya and everything to be lovely and amazing in the conversations, but sometimes you got to dogfight. You got to say, listen, Linda, this is how we're going to do it. And if it's not done that way, we're not going to close. This is what the buyer and seller agreed upon. You as a listing agent should understand that the seller has agreed to do so. There's no backpedaling now. I mean, if you want to reopen negotiations, we'll reopen negotiations, but we're coming for everything.
I feel like the listing agent kind of told her more than was needed too. Like, oh, we have to get it from wholesale. Did she need to say all that?
No, she doesn't. And there's more to that story we're not going to really get into.
Oh.
Trying to understand why she's being so combative and just not giving the information. Why are you withholding the information?
Because she probably had
trying to be shady.
Here, let's talk about spades and spades, right? We know that this lady has a contact, a contract, or a vendor that she works with all the time and is getting a hookup on this specific unit, which is a 14.3 SEER, which is the bottom minimum standard. What Christina's asking for is what's the minimum standard for this property, not the minimum standard for permitting. And what we can speculate all day long. The truth of the matter stands that the other lady does not want to do what she said she's going to do, and I don't think she realized they agreed to a certain SEER efficiency, and she thought she was just going to get away with having her buddy install whatever unit they had left over and call it good. No. That's why she's combative, because she knows she's caught and she doesn't want to admit, dude, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. There's actually a subsequent phone call that happened yesterday, 2 days ago, that she called me and tried to have the same. She's like, can you talk to your buyers and see if they'll accept the 14 point whatever? I was all, and being very friendly but firm, I was like, what's in writing? What was already agreed upon? Well, blah, blah, blah. No. I don't need blah, blah, blah. I need what was in writing. Well, 14.8. Okay, it sounds like your seller agreed to 14.8. And they said the same shit. Well, the seller didn't have to put an HVAC system. They could have just done a $600 cleaning. Well, if the buyer and seller would have agreed upon a $600 cleaning, then why did they agree upon the whole unit? Clearly, there's something else there. So they agreed upon the whole unit. That's what we're going off of. Not off of feelings, not off of facts. We're going off of what's in writing. Period. End of debate. If it's not in writing, can I fight it?
No.
Oh. Right? Is this helpful for you guys to hear?
Absolutely.
Sounds like a phone call I've had though recently.
No, what I'm saying.
Question.
Yes. What is your question?
How did Christina know exactly how many SEERs to get? I mean, did she like talk with an HVAC person, or did she just do a AI search, or how did she know exactly what that house needed and whether it needed to be permitted?
Chris?
So we got, we did full inspections, and I had to, anytime there's something that looks like it's going to be something that we're going to ask for and is going to cost money, I like to get more than one quote on it. So I got 2 bids from 2 different licensed HVAC installers. Both of those matched with a minimum of what we asked for, and then there was higher options for that. And I just know you have to have that permitted. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't want someone, Joe Schmo, that's like, yeah, I've installed one of these before, just putting something like that on the roof of my house that is not inspectable and going to pass code.
Right. Thank you. That's very helpful.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of the call is mainly Christina yelling at her politely, telling her, I don't care about your excuses. I don't care about what unit you guys have.
I didn't yell.
She didn't. She kept her
She talks
her
firmly.
But that was the thing. It was very, very impactful. And it's like, hey, listen, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we agreed upon. This is what we're gonna accept. Anything less than that has to be reapproved, right? We have to get clarity in the yes or no's. And right now, we don't have yeses. We have a lot of uncertainty. Now, how do you think the buyer feels when we've been trying to get the information on what unit's being installed, who's installing it, when's it going to be done for the last week and a half? And we're supposed to close in 4 days.
I feel like they're getting dragged along.
Yeah, is that a good feeling for a buyer?
Mm-hmm.
Does that create a referable experience? No, it does when you're fighting on their behalf and you have to sell it back to them a certain way. Hey guys, just got off of a long phone call with X, Y, and Z. We were talking about X, Y, and Z. Here's where we're at. Here's the next steps. Here's the follow-up I'm doing. Hey, talk to our broker. This is what we're working on. We're all working on this together. We're in your corner, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sure she got that conversation and she probably got a response of, oh, thank you so much. We're really, really thankful that you're helping us or doing this for us or something along those lines. But it's super important when you have in writing, you fight for it. And if you failed to give the detail level that you need to be able to fight for it, shame on you. This is a masterful execution of a repair request, clearly dictating exactly what is required and no variance. She could have put that she wants a pink HVAC and system installed, and that's what she would expect to be installed. Anything less than that would not be honoring the agreement.
The best part of the conversation that we didn't hear was her response that says, it's like you like to just dot every I and cross every T.
That's kind of my job.
I don't know where that's in the conversation.
I'm like, yes, that is correct. It is a contract.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's almost like we're licensed or something.
I don't know where that's at in the call, but transcript. Oh, you didn't give me the transcript. You just sent me the recording. Okay, that's fine. Fine then.
Yeah, but basically they had the seller. So here's what they were trying to set up is the listing agent was sending an invoice through a company that she and her son owned, and her son has power of attorney for the seller. Why? No idea. According to the listing agent, because her son likes to get creative. And so they sent a bill that I had to request from title that was higher than the cost of the repairs and the equipment. And that was what I say later in the phone call. I don't care how you make your money and I give you credit for getting creative. That's not what I care about. I care about what we agreed to, what it is, when it gets done, et cetera, et cetera. But they were wanting to invoice, get paid from escrow and not do the work until they got paid. But that's not what, like that would have had to have been something separately agreed, right? Otherwise, our expectation per our contract is 3 days prior to closing. So we have an opportunity to go back and inspect that and make sure it's compliant with what was agreed to.
And if you don't have it in writing, can you go back to it?
Nope.
If you don't take the time to vet it, can you go back to it?
Nope.
And if you don't have direct conversations, is it ever going to get fixed?
Definitely not.
Do you think that if someone on the if Christina wasn't as strong backed as she is, do you think this other agent would have just walked right through them and just told them, "Oh, it's fine, you can deal with it"?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is your empowerment moment. Listen to this. You have the fiduciary responsibility of protecting your client. That means sometimes having tough conversations and saying, no, you're going to do it the way we wanted you to do it. You already agreed. That's the beautiful thing about the contract. It is an unbiased third party, black and white. It doesn't have emotions, doesn't have feelings. It doesn't care who you are.
Right.
All that matters is what you put on it and what everyone else signed. So great job, Christina. Thank you for sharing that this Thursday. I love that we have these opportunities to showcase these calls with you guys, and you seem to find value in them.
I know we're over time, but can I ask a question?
Yeah.
So where do you go from here now? I mean, if she doesn't have a licensed person,
it's been resolved.
It's just like, it's been exhausting for me because it's been having to basically carry workload for both sides, right? So it's like, because I care about my clients and their outcome and protecting them and us as a brokerage. And that's why I looped the brokerage in on this a little while back, because I kind of saw the way that it was trending. And I'm like, I just want you guys to be aware, and sought counsel, obviously, on a few of the responses, because I want to make sure that if this ever got to a point where somebody could hold it up in court, it was going to be airtight on our side, right? So to get the ROC numbers for the people putting it in, to research those through the registrar of contractors, to contact those people, to get information. They ended up doing an equipment switch at the 11th hour because the one just did not meet what they said it was. So it's all coming together now, but it's been like probably the most exhausting deal that I've been a part of up to this point, because due to the other agent's unwillingness to do her job and hold a standard, and I'm not willing to lower mine, I've had to compensate for that so that my clients are taken care of.
Yeah, so this call that we just listened to is actually from last week. And Christina has been working on it the entire time, including Monday. We got another phone call from her to me. And having a solid front with your brokerage staff is important. I think Christina saw that during the call. I'm not going to bow on it because I know what's going on in the situation. I'm not going to be like, yeah, I'll see if I'll make the seller or the buyer okay with the 14.3. I'm like, no, what's in writing? I don't care about facts and data and stuff in there. And she even tried 3 separate types of intimidation tactics during the call, and they don't work on me. Well, I know a lot of people in Tucson. Tucson's a small town. We're not going to do business again. Okay.
So Christina, what you did was you researched who they were having do it, or like, where did you go?
Yeah.
From
yeah. So we just kept holding the line, because at the end of the day, if she doesn't perform to the terms of the contract, that's a potential breach, right? Mm-hmm. So she provided, because she does have a licensed HVAC installer doing the work. And that's what I said in the phone call. Wonderful. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. Please provide me that information. And in that phone call later, she was again complaining and saying, well, this is just crazy. I've never had to do this before. And she said, normally you get this information after they put the system in. And I said, well, I've ordered HVACs before and I've never seen it done that way. So you're telling me that if I go to Rightway or Plunkett and I order an HVAC system, they're going to put some unknown system in, and then after the fact just go, oh, and by the way, here's what we put in. It's already installed. Hope you like it. That's not how that works.
Yeah.
If we had the person we asked for, right, do it, they're going to provide a full equipment list, confirmation of warranty. They're going to give us everything that is going to come with that permit information before they get started, because they're a professional organization. So if you have someone else wanting to do it, cool. As long as they can do this too, I don't care. And it was this that we kept asking for that we were not getting. So when I got the ROC number, you can go and search that through the county websites, Registrar of Contractors. make sure it's a valid ROC number, it's in good standing, they're licensed, bonded, and insured, and there's contact information for them. So I just went directly to them, introduced who I was, said, this is what we've got, and just had the conversation from there.
And how did you know they were going to switch out a different system?
He provided that. He seems to care more about his licensure and his business reputation than the other people involved with him, unfortunately. So he provided the AHRI certificate that showed compatibility between the outdoor unit and the indoor unit, showed the SEER rating. He provided everything that we asked for.
Okay. So she had
and
given
it was
him,
on that we saw the difference. Say that again.
So she had given him something different.
Yep, she provided me an equipment list. After that phone call we just listened to, she did provide me an equipment list, like in an email, just like copied and pasted it. And so then, of course, me and Dan go start looking it up, Chat GPT, this and this and this. We have the other HVAC person that offered us a quote, volunteered and said, hey, if you want me to look over, like, this is a good business person that has a mind for, I'm going to secure future business, right? Future referrals. They said, if you want me to look that over and check the AHRI directory to ensure compliance and all of this, I'd be more than happy to do that. He looks it up, can't find an entry for one of the two components. Okay, well, that's a problem. So it probably fell off a truck was the deal. And the reason this woman's mad is because we are not accepting that. We're holding the standard and she can't, in theory, profit in the way that she wanted to or get by with the mediocre crap.
My God.
Sips coffee.
So she was aware this whole time that she was giving you a less than product.
No, we don't want to speculate. We don't know if she was aware of or not. However,
well, she was 14.3.
There's a reason. There's a reason it hadn't been done yet. So
I'm just happy Christina's on our team.
Yeah.
Well, you'll do a deal with her one day. Just you better come right.
Better cross your T's and dot your I's.
I want you to see this is how you perform. This is not an off case. This is not a once in a while. This is how Christina runs her business. This is how every one of us protects clients. Is don't just roll over and take what they're telling you. Investigate it, interrogate it, break it apart, find resources, and make sure you're doing it at a level that can be fought. Because if you just put on there seller to replace HVAC system, I got no grounds, I got no teeth. But Daddy, that's not what I wanted. Well, you told me get you a bicycle. You didn't tell me you wanted a purple one, or one with wheels, or one that you could ride, or one that was actually not printed on a piece of paper. You see what I'm getting at? So be clear, be concise, and be committed to keeping it done. Sound good? Was today worth your time?